Hello everyone, I'm Richard Watson and this is Anglais the Easy Way. Today I'd like to talk about a book. It's called Before I Go to Sleep and the author is S.J. Watson. I often recommend this book to my students for the simple reason that it's a book about a woman who's got problems with her memory. And one of the key features of that is there's a lot of repetition in this book because she rereads things a lot. So it was published in 2011, and as a general idea what it's about, it's a psychological thriller told from the first-person perspective of a woman called Christine Lucas, who's a woman in her 40s who suffers from a type of amnesia where every day she wakes up and can't remember what's happened before. It's called anterograde amnesia, apparently. Every morning she wakes up, has no memory of the past, can't remember her identity or any of the people in her life. So she relies completely on her husband, called Ben, to explain her situation and to help her navigate through the world. The problem is that her psychologist or psychiatrist or something recommends that she keeps a journal, and she does it secretly. And she starts to notice that things in her journal don't always line up with what her husband is telling her or what the world seems to be suggesting. So the novel basically explores themes of memory and identity and trust and manipulation and the fragility of the human mind. And it creates a very suspenseful and unsettling narrative that keeps you guessing what's happening right to the end. So I'm not going to spoil the book for you because it's too much fun, but there are some kind of themes that run through it or different stages of the book. The first one is, you could say, the blank slate phase, where we learn about her condition and how she relies on her husband, Ben. And then you could have a section called Whispers of Doubt, where her doctor, Dr. Nash, enters the picture and encourages Christine to keep a journal. The next part, Christine uncovers fragmented memories and begins to question her husband's version of events. The next part you could call Growing Suspicion. Christine becomes increasingly distrustful of Ben and tries to get more answers from Dr. Nash. So I'm not going to go on any further because I want you to discover it for yourself. But some of the key ideas that come out of this. First, it talks about this medical condition, which is actually really interesting. And this novel questions how much we can trust our memory. In Christine's case, it's very clear, but even for all of us, I think we can sometimes question our memory of things or recreate memories in the wrong way, stuff like that. It's a kind of a journey of search for true identity for this woman as Christine tries to reclaim her past and define herself beyond her amnesia. For anybody who hasn't caught that word amnesia, obviously that's when you can't remember something. So I won't go into the story anymore because it's too much fun for you to discover it for yourself, but I am going to read you a few quotes from it. I look in the mirror every morning and see a stranger. Maybe not a total stranger, but someone I don't know well. Someone I've never been properly introduced to. Talking about how she doesn't know herself every morning. Here's another quote. It's strange to have your life stolen from you, even if it's done by you. Or this one. How can I ever know what's real and what's not? That's my constant torment. That's why I'm writing everything down. Another one is, sometimes I wonder if my life is even real. It's like I'm watching a movie of someone else's life. I'll give you another one, quite an interesting one. Trust is a difficult thing to win, but so easy to lose. I think we can all reflect on that. Here's another one. We cling to our own points of view as though they defined us, but people can change their minds. Another one, because I can't trust my memory, because people lie, people change their stories. I have to be able to trust myself. It's quite a fun book to actually reflect on because it's very cleverly constructed. And I think all of us can identify a little bit with some of the things in this. How far do you trust someone, especially when you're dependent on them and you can't check? There's a lot of people in a lot of relationships who trust someone by simple necessity. Dr. Nash plays this nagging voice telling us that we should be more distrustful or more suspicious, or we should consider things differently. But it's very difficult for us to do that. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Go and enjoy this book. It's a great read. And I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to subscribe.